welcome to the cottage. I'm excited to get our home updated for the upcoming fall season, and I'm especially excited today because we're going to be trying something out that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and that is swapping our living and dining room spaces. Now, it's not as easy as just moving the furniture from one space to the other because, as you can see, we have a light fixture above our table that comes down fairly low. So my husband has agreed to change out that light fixture. We bought just an inexpensive fixture to try out for this arrangement because we don't know if we're going to like it or not. It's not going to be a permanent change, and so we just wanted something inexpensive that would fit into our style. And so he's going to get started on that. He has done electrical work before, so he feels qualified to do so, and we're going to get started on the process. Okay, don't get electrocuted.
Ready?
Yep. Ooh, I like the color of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. It's obviously not as much light as the other one gives off, but that's good. It's kind of a dark day.
It's the same tone, so that's good.
It is the same tone, yeah. It's kind of a cloudy, dark day, so normally we get a lot more daylight coming in, but yay, you did it!
Alright, I can put the ladder away, right?
Yep, and then we gotta figure out what to do with all this.
Yeah, that sounds like a problem for you.
Okay, well, I'm going to answer a question that I know I'm going to get right here at the beginning of this video. Yes, we do have an oak tabletop, but it's sitting on top of a folding table base. We have plans to add a decorative wooden base at some point, but it just has not yet taken priority. Even just the oak top is so incredibly heavy to move around that I know adding the base is going to probably about double that weight, and so looking at the silver lining here, at least for the moment, this table is easier to move. And since I had the help, we went ahead and moved around our bedroom furniture as well during this process. We do this twice a year in the springtime and then again in the fall. And so today's a good day for that. It's a little bit tricky to get the bed positioned just right with the rug that goes underneath it. It usually takes at least 3 people to do the job. But it is quick, and there are really only 2 ways that this space can be set up logically, and so there's not a lot of thinking involved. All right, well, I think that we have everything moved into the general area where it's going to go now. I'm now standing in the living room. Dining room is over here. I think the light fixture is great. It's a perfect fit size for the space, but I'll be honest, I'm not completely loving the layout or the flow of everything, but I think that's to be expected because we had gotten so used to the other way it was. We lived with that for 4 years. This is just going to take some getting used to. I think it was a good idea to make this swap at the same time as changing out the decor for the fall season, just because it's going to allow me to really have clear eyes on the space and really put my own personal touches on it, add those cozy elements, and make it feel more home and feel more connected to the space by doing that. I'm a really visual person, and so the easiest way for me to understand how something feels is to move things around and then try them out, like stand in the space, sit on the couch. Craig had to leave for the afternoon, so I just started sliding things around in various spots to see what I liked best. I'm always really amazed how moving furniture around can bring new life into a space. So it's one of my top simple decorating tips. And here's a good time to mention that taking photos or videos while you're working on various furniture placements can be really helpful for future reference. Because we had never had our living room on this side of the space, I didn't really know what to expect, but now I have a good idea of what arrangements, what placement of furniture works well, and which ones I would avoid. So after all the different configurations were tried out, I landed on something that is pretty unconventional for me. By turning the couch at a 45-degree angle, the space felt a lot more open and the flow was great. This totally goes against my analytical brain, which favors square corners and right angles, but I figured if I'm making big changes, I may as well go all in. Then it was time to turn my attention to the decor, and when it comes to simple decorating, I think that one of the best tips is to rely on color and texture changes and really allow them to set the tone or the base of the theme. So this fall I'm opting to pull more yellows and greens and also adding in pops of blue to coordinate with our statement tufted chairs. People ask me sometimes why I put a blanket on the back of our couch. It doesn't seem very minimal, and yeah, it's probably a bit fussy, but honestly, I have never liked the back of this couch since the day it got delivered, and so this blanket kind of helps to disguise that, and it can also serve as a way to add in color or pattern. Another simple decor trick that I rely on is to practice a gallery rotation. This area above the fireplace is one of 3 dedicated spaces in my home that I use for displays. The other 2 are the top of the piano and the windowsill above the kitchen sink. Because these spots are spread out, I can decorate them each in a unique way that doesn't necessarily have to coordinate perfectly with the others, and yet I do try to keep a similar theme throughout for cohesiveness. You'll see all 3 of the display spots in this video and how I chose to style them. It's always fun for me to add in some little unexpected details, such as these spice containers, which I've been collecting over a number of years. I personally am someone who loves a table centerpiece. The table is just such a large, flat surface that it can look really boring if it's not dressed up. But the centerpiece can't be anything too fussy in our home because we eat most of our meals here. And that's why I always put it in some sort of container, such as a basket, bin, something like that, which I fill with all of the pretty stuff. And this makes it really simple to be able to just grab the whole piece and move it off to the side and then bring it back once the meal is finished and everything has been cleaned up. One of the things that I love most about fall decorating is the large variety of sustainable and natural elements that can double as decor. All of the pumpkins, gourds, and even hedge balls. I mix these types of things with some faux items that I can reuse year after year, such as some sprigs and flowers. And these vintage doorknobs are another surprise element that I'm adding in to the decor for the season. Sometimes simple decor can be as easy as making a swap from one room to another. Just changing around a couple of rugs, for example, can have a big impact. Couldn't resist these gorgeous fresh flowers. I think that a goal I will try to implement over the next few years is to cultivate a little flower garden specifically for cutting. These flowers just bring me so much joy, and I know that I could grow them for a fraction of the price. This little art piece is one of my prized possessions. I think everything about it screams fall. My sourdough bread that's proofing over there in the corner of the kitchen fits perfectly with the autumn vibes of the house right now. I don't know about you, but I much prefer cooking during the cooler months. Soups, stews, hearty meat and potato meals, those will all soon be on the menu, and our entire family is excited for this change. One last peek at the finalized layout and fall decor. I think a house decorated for the autumn season just seems to glow with all of the beautiful colors and cozy elements. It's just a comfortable feeling all around. And I really think that I'm going to grow to like this setup. Like I said before, this isn't a permanent change and it will be simple enough to go back to the way it was before. This just opens up a lot of additional possibilities of how things can be arranged in this space, and I think that's so fun. And hopefully this video, if nothing else, will encourage you to be brave and to try out new things in your home. You don't always have to know exactly how things will turn out. Just being creative and working with what you have, moving things around, making some changes, that can get you to a beautiful and cozy space. I'd love to hear from you. Have you started decorating your home for fall? Any special details or items that you like to feature during this season? Drop me a comment and tell me all about it. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope that you'll stop by the cottage again really soon.